Hi, I'm Elisa New. I'm standing here in the historic heart of Harvard University, and my course is Poetry in America. This course, Poetry in America, is an opportunity for students everywhere to talk about poetry. At the center of this course is conversation between students, conversation between students and teachers, conversation between students and experts, and conversations between and among people who maybe don't read poetry very often, or maybe have always been afraid of poetry.
Endpoint, just fading. And then we have the word thing, which is a kind of fading of itself, because the word thing is indistinct. It doesn't give us an image. So as though the language itself is fading, and there's that lovely way the word's stress actually plays out the concept, because fading things, stress and then
right, the stress and then we fade away.
I was a little bothered though by her description of this toddler who she clearly loves so much as a fading thing. You would think that this would be a young child, you know, full of life, maybe sickly, but certainly not a thing, one would hope.
You'd think, what are fading things in the Puritan world? You shouldn't get attached to what? Fancy dress, material, wealth, right? You wouldn't think your grandkid.
Right.
But that's also part of the anger, right? Is to call her grandchild a fading thing now that she has been afflicted with grief.
See that how she's actually done it is to stab stitch through the paper. There are some single sheets as well as folded sheets, and you can see the sewing holes. So that's another part of the evidence that scholars have used to try to reassemble what the fascicles were. The size of the sewing holes, how much stress there would have been on it in a certain position.
The course is set in a historic place, and it's set in a place that coincidentally is where the history of American poetry began. Just a few blocks from here, the very first English poems written in North America were printed.
To waters calm me gently leads, restore my soul doth he. To waters calm me gently leads, restore my soul doth he. He doth in paths of righteousness, for his name's sake lead me. He doth in paths of righteousness.
It's beautifully terrifying.
Say, lead me.
I always think of like the portraits you see of people in military garb at like royal ceremonies, where their dress is not quite, but like nearly as impressive as the royalty that they're standing next to. That they have this sort of air about them of elevation above a normal level of life or distance from. That's exactly.
Another interpretation is if it is a son, in fact, then the fact that he's using words like my comrade suggests that he's sort of giving away this relationship that he holds dear to him to the state or to the bigger, greater cause.
Or is it more of, just a kind of mechanical thing, a standard procedure in that it's his comrade, it's his fellow soldier, and this is just business as usual?
It definitely stands a pretty stark contrast to the lyre being the instrument that represented poetry, and now we have like the bugle and the drum kind of more, subduing instruments instead of like accompanying.
This huge event has happened that has just been life-changing, and not in a positive way on the soldiers, but they kind of revealed the truth that war is more than just like the physical injuries, the losing of like friends. It's this, like you said, psychic wound.
In this course, we offer you the opportunity in a very hands-on way to experience what it is to think through a poem, which is a very, very active process.